hold on. Let me redo it here so I can see what's going on. Alright, I don't know what was going on there, guys. That was weird. I was gonna say, I've never had an issue with a 2K game not streaming. Unless it's BioShock, which I don't understand why BioShock is blocked. But apparently it's doing deals with copyright stuff. Alright, so welcome everybody. I have officially got the new PGA game, which I'm very excited to be playing. This PGA game I played was 23, I think. The PGA games are fun, though. They're, Oh my god. Here we go. I do want to change the controls. I want to change the control scheme. I'm trying to figure out how to change the settings. I think we're going to start on the PGA. All right. All right, let's go. right, let's get into it. Let us get into it.
Get set for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. The first round of the Ace Championship is about to begin. It looks like a great day out there. Hi, everyone. I'm Andrew Catalan, joined by Rich Beam and Luke Elvey. Down on the course, walking with the feature group is Henny Koyak. John McCarthy is with us as well. Rich, it's a big day for our featured player. This is their first taste of the PGA Tour. What do they have on their mind as they take this next step?
Probably a lot of nerves going through their entire body.
Oh, you can't get a shot better than that.
For sure. It's just soaking it all in, knowing this is the first step, hopefully, for a fantastic career on the PGA Tour. It's exciting. It can be.
You couldn't have gotten a better shot than that.
But I can promise you this: they're never going to forget this moment for the rest of their days.
Let's take a look at the par 5 second.
Yeah, you miss those bunkers on the right-hand side and put yourself in good position down the fairway. Now you got a decision to make. Do I go for it or do I bail out to the left-hand side and give myself a really good opportunity to get it up and down? This green can be really difficult to find. It's got a lot of undulation to it and a lot of water. However, you get the second shot right, and all of a sudden, that third shot becomes a lot easier, and birdies are easy to come by.
Oh, I overshot it.
All right, the putter can come out now. Henny, what is he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 21 feet from the cup.
Well, now still a lot of work to be done. That is the perfect position to leave it in. Moving on to the next. No longer in the red, he falls to even par for the event. The tee shot at 3.
It doesn't have a lot of length to it, but it's also a green that's not super deep. You do have the bunker in the front, but anytime you miss it long and or left, you got a really difficult pitch shot as that green tilts from back to front. But still, it's a pretty straightforward par 3. Not too much danger to it.
Now starting to turn right.
Good putt there. That'll work.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
After that hole, he's still at even. Here's a look at the tee of the par 4 fourth.
Almost every player in the field will be going for this green. Where do you hit it? Front right part of the green is the perfect target. Missing it to the left in the bunker or long and right. That is not good.
Tough one to dial in.
Gotta believe the wind affected the golf ball there.
Sit.
12 feet to the cup.
Now this is important. This for par.
Come on. Okay, on to the next. Let's update you on what's been going on. He is currently in a tie for 7th place.
Not much happening. Moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes.
That was a beautiful
This
shot.
shot is about 140 yards out. 2 strokes off the lead. Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
And this one going left to right there, Luke.
An opportunity to make a par here. And down it
God.
goes. Let's head to the next. Just 2 shots back after that hole. The 6th, the TPC Boston, another par 4 as well, and position off the tee critical.
The bunkers down the right-hand side, only a 3-wood to get to those, but you take out the driver, all of a sudden that water down the left-hand side lurks. From there, you have a green that sits above you just a slight bit. Water still comes into play, especially when they put that pin front left.
He's had a tough time of it on the greens here today. Hopefully all that'll change right here.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
It's just about 3 feet away. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot.
Here's a look at how things stand. It's a one-shot lead. That's a really nice shot.
Let's see, it's an overswing.
Not a bad shot right there. We've got 15 feet to the cup.
Looks good.
Great putt there for birdie. And he moves to even par for the event. Over to number 8. It's a par 3.
For a long par 3, you've got to figure out how to hit something high and soft to hold this green. For whatever reason, this green decides to repel golf balls instead of accept them in. I think it's made out of Gore-Tex because there is nothing soft about this green. This is one of the most difficult ones on the golf course.
Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
That putt goes in for par. He is moving up the
think he was gonna
leaderboard
go.
as we move on to the next hole. Teeing off here at the 9th.
This is a really good driving hole. Only the longest in the game are to carry the bunkers down the left-hand side. Hit it out to the right-hand side. You leave yourself a little bit longer second shot than maybe you'd like, but this is a very inviting green. This is a really good birdie opportunity to finish off the front 9.
Target practice with these approach shots just like that.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
Too much power on that stroke. That looked good the whole way for par. That one drops. After that hole, our featured player is sliding down the leaderboard. And now teeing off on this par 4.
Yeah, driver not necessary. See a lot of players taking long iron, maybe even a fairway metal.
Okay,
second shot goes to a
patch
green
on
that
that
runs from
hole,
front
that
right
last
to
hole
back left. Back left is the most difficult of all the pin positions on this par 4.
Oh, what a...
Oh, that's a
my
beauty.
God.
Got a chance here to move into the top 5. Here's a look at the updated leaderboard. Our featured player in a tie for 4th place.
Always like to see your
my
name
God.
moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Love the 11th hole here at TPC Boston, Rich. This is a great par 3.
Yeah, it's long in length, but you also have a massive, massive green complex there up in the distance. The green does run a little bit from left to right and from back to front, but the design of this hole, long hole, massive green, is a fantastic feature of it.
This now, his 3rd shot. Just a stroke behind the leader. This one for bogey. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Currently at 2 over par.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
Some of the most noticeable improvements at TPC Boston in the redesign by Gil Hance starts here at the par 4 12th.
This fairway does run out there at the very end, but only for the longest hitters in the game. Second shot downhill to a greens protected by a bunker, front right, but a runoff area also on the left-hand side of the green.
14 feet to the cup. And he's down there. You got to read.
I've had to read this a couple times because there's a subtle last-minute break at the end. It's going to go left.
And this putt coming up for his par. And from the green side rough here. Oh, I thought that one was going in. 11 feet to the cup. Oh, that one rushed straight past the hole. Oh, that's a shame. Just a little bit too much oomph on that putt. And for some reason, we're going to take another look at that shot. Well, this is one of those lies that dictates a shot. It doesn't seem like it's a tough one. How close was that to going down?
That's...
No one likes to put a quad on the card. Let's make this, please. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out.
Job done. Let's head to the next. Now, 8 shots back after that hole. The 13 is part of another strong collection of par 4s. This one works back up the hill.
Yeah, semi-blind tee shot here. Fairway moves from right to left, so keep it down the left-hand side as best possible. Second shot back uphill to a green that is surrounded by some really deep, nasty, mean bunkers.
Oof.
This is one of those lengthy putts. Good one just to get close. 8 feet to the cup.
You son of a...
Was that a rush of blood? Putting now for a bogey. Sitting at 8 over par for the event.
This is bad.
The 14th at TPC Boston is a dogleg right to left, downhill. The tee shot is your paramount position.
This is a massive fairway on an extremely long par 4. Tee it high and give her all you got. Second shot downhill just a little bit. Big danger here is when they put the flag on the right-hand side. That can really hurt you.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
This is for birdie.
You know, it's not if you make bogeys, it's how you respond. Well done. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole.
We've hit the par 4 15th hole.
It's got some bunkering down the left-hand side that you got to avoid. Be mindful of that, so driver may not be the play off.
Is that even a word?
You find the fairway, you got just a short iron second shot to a green that's pretty receptive. You should be thinking birdie from the middle of the fairway.
Wow, another shot on the green. We've seen that a lot today.
It's amazing to see how good this player is in full flow.
This putt is for par, and it would be a big one. Now to 16, it's a par 3.
You got water everywhere down the left-hand side, so your eyes are immediately drawn to it. You've got to divert them out to the right-hand side, but don't get clumsy, don't get lackadaisical, and don't miss the screen too far out to the right, because you're going to have a wicked hard chip.
Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
This one looks like it breaks hard left to right.
That one needs to hit a house.
I couldn't see the hole.
Setting up in the green side rough.
Yeah.
This putt for a bogey.
All right, this one's starting way out to the left.
That looked good for a while. Three feet left. Now to 17, a par 4.
Just take your tee shot, and if you want to, lay it up down the right-hand side. It's a pretty simple second shot. Big hitters might think about trying to take on the dogleg. No need, though. This green sits down below the second shot, down below the fairway, right in the middle of it. Right in the middle of it, they buried a snowman. The base of a snowman, a big lump right in the middle of it. It's a fantastic feature.
3 feet remain. And that counts. That's the 5th birdie of the day. As we take a look at the leaderboard, our leader is up by 1. This one looking pretty good off the tee. Second shot here at 18. Ooh, boy, not pretty.
Wow, did this come out beautifully?
Oh,
A tap in for birdie. You gotta love it.
that should have
Okay,
went
and
in.
that will do it for the day.
That should have went in. That. Excuse me. That chip. I'm not gonna lie. That chip shot kind of made me mad. It hit the flagpole and was
Rich,
just
what a way to
sitting
kick
in
off the week. Fun
It
day
was
in the
just.
booth.
It was that.
Looking
It was
forward
sitting
to
on
it,
the hole
Andrew.
like that.
Could be a fun day.
Excuse me.
Well, that'll do it for today, folks. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and the entire crew, I'm Andrew Catalan saying so long, and thanks for watching 2K Sports.
Oh my god. Not even time for me to shower or go to work yet. Oh. Great. Continuing the event. Now that I got the courses down, 2 of those holes screwed me up because the one I couldn't even see the freaking hole line.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Round 2
There
of
we
the Ace
go.
Championship is about to begin. Hi again, everyone. I'm Andrew Catalan. Great to be back with you. We're anticipating another thrilling day of action. We're going to bring it all to you right here on 2K Sports. An opportunity to make birdie. All right, Henny, what do you see here?
Setting up this putt 16 feet from the cup.
Oh.
Just too long on that one. Henny, how tough will this putt be?
You know, to my eye, it's looking a little left to right.
7 feet remains.
Yeah, putting for bogey here.
Oh, almost. A double bogey start. Wow, can you hit the reset button?
Well, the only good thing about that is it wasn't a triple bogey.
This is looking really nice off the tee. And Rich, this is a similar spot to yesterday.
Yes, and let's hope it's not as similar results as yesterday.
Here's the third shot. Still not putting.
Yeah, it took a bit too much club on that one.
Hang on. Oh, that was close. This has to drop to save par. Oh, that one is way too strong. This one from 4 feet away. I think we're lucky that one stopped where it did. That putt goes in. Time to make a move. Stepping on to the par 3 third.
Par 3 measuring 208 yards, a difficult par 3 to say the least.
This is a hybrid. On the green, but some work to do.
That's horseshit.
I'm not sure what he saw on that one. A look at the lie in the greenside rough. Terrific hands on that shot. And that putt drops, and we move on to the next. And after that hole, he is slipping in the standings. A par 4 here.
Par 4 measuring 298 yards, Will the players give it a go or not? Let's find out.
That is an incredible shot.
Oh, beautiful touch there from just off the green. Nicely done.
This shot was absolutely perfect. Looks just as nice on the second viewing.
Here's a look at how things stand. It's a one-shot lead.
And as we move to the fifth, it's a par 4.
Dog legs from right to left. The big danger here is the green. 3 different tiers on this green. Find the correct one. You'll have a birdie opportunity. Miss it, and it's going to be a difficult 2-putt.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
John, have you got a read on this one?
It looks like this putt will be moving to the left.
Didn't quite judge the speed on that one. Putting for par. Now that's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert. Here we are at the 6th hole.
Yeah, bunkers on the right-hand side come into play with a 3-wood, water on the left with the driver. Second shot to a green that sits below you just a little bit. And that front left pin, ooh, that is a good one.
Look at the line on this one. Get in the hole. Putting for birdie here. So close.
Oh.
Just 3 feet to the cup. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par. Currently plus 10 now for the event.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Teeing off now on this par 5.
Ooh.
This is a big hitter's delight right here. They can take those bunkers down the left out of play, and they can carry these fairway bunkers easily. And from here, it actually chases forward from the fairway downhill a little bit to a long, narrow green. Again, for the big hitters, this is easily reachable. For the shorter hitters, you got to have a plan.
Okay, green side, and the goal now is to get up and down. This is a big one coming up to save par.
Nope.
That was close. All right, let's walk away with a bogey here. As we take a look at the leaderboard, our leader is up by 1.
Ooh.
The club choice is a 6-iron. Really well done.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
That goes in for birdie, and that's exactly what our featured player needed coming off bogey on the last hole. He is climbing up the leaderboard after that hole. Over to hole number 9. It's a par 4.
This is a really cool tee shot here. Take it out to the right-hand side. You leave yourself with a longer second shot, but it's a better angle. But you take it down the left-hand side, maybe carry those bunkers. Now you've got a shortish club. In front of this green, though, everything will run onto the green. So a pin up front, you don't necessarily want to land it on the green as much as you do want to leave it just short of it.
Here's a look at how things stand. It's a one-shot lead.
That is absolutely spot on.
Ooh.
Okay, that'll play. Henny, what do you see in this putt?
Veering ever so slightly right to left.
Well, that one was a bit firm. That's too bad right there. A tap in for bogey. And after that, he is moving down the leaderboard.
Here we are at the 11th hole, a par 3.
The good thing about this hole is it's long in length, but it's got a massive green that doesn't have a lot of movement. What it does have is from left to right and a little bit from back to front. A generous green on a long par 3. Great design.
Putting for a par here. Wow, was that a rush of blood or something? 3 feet to go here to the hole. That's disappointing.
It's because I'm not giving a shit right now.
Currently 12 over for the tournament.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
Setting up now on a par 4.
Par 4, 510 yards. It is a brute. Those bunkers down the right-hand side are a natural attraction for wayward golf balls. Second shot is down the slope. A big, deep, gaping bunker on the right-hand side will also find its fair share of golf balls. All in all, just a tough hole, to say the least.
That'll be disappointing. We see that even in the pro ranks. It happens to the best of them.
Well done. That takes the pressure off the putt. That's a chip to be proud of.
Currently plus 13 for the event. And now on the tee, coming off a bogey, trying to reclaim some momentum.
A blindish tee shot here for these players. You want to keep it down the left-hand side as best possible. That way it opens up the angle into the green, but you also get a better look at this green that is surrounded, jam-packed by 5 really deep bunkers.
And that one finds the putting surface. It's a good shot. Some work to do, however. John, have you got a good read on this one?
Well, can be firm with this one up the hill, but it's going to move to the right as well.
And that came out with some heat on it. Big putt for par coming up. Sitting at 13 over for the event. On the tee now, the par 4 14th hole.
Nothing out there except for fairway, fairway, and more fairway. Tee it high, let it fly, because this hole is long. Second shot will play about a half a club downhill to a green that chases away from you ever so slightly. Be wary of that right hand pin position. That can be mean.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Look at this one break back. 4 feet to the cup. And it's a one-stroke par for our leader over the field.
Time for the tee shot at 15.
Yeah, some bunkers on the left-hand side that you got to be mindful of. Driver not necessarily needs to come out of the bag. Just find the fairway. From there, just a short iron, back uphill ever so slightly to a green that's got all kinds of undulations to it. Good opportunity for a birdie.
Not super tight, but a makeable putt. This one is 13 feet out.
This is such a great opportunity for birdie.
Way too much on that one. That nearly went in for par. Okay, moving on to the next. As we take a look at the leaderboard, our leader is up by 1. Here's the par 3 16th hole.
Watch out for this green. There's a large shelf on the right-hand side. If it's up there, good luck getting it close. And whatever you do, don't be silly and hit it left in the water. That's just a bad shot.
The putt goes in for birdie, and what a great job to get that shot back from the previous hole. Here's a look at how things stand. It's a one-shot lead. This one appears to be fairway bound. Okay, we've got about a 140-yard shot here.
The perfect wind swing, nice and easy.
Another birdie goes in. That's 2 in a row.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
After that hole, our featured player is making a move. We close out the back 9 with a par 5.
The speed slot down the left-hand side. Go ahead and try and find that one. From there, you're going to have just a long iron, maybe a hybrid for your second shot. Got to be mindful of that ravine short of the green. You initially want to bail out to the left-hand side, but the further left you go, the harder that chip shot becomes.
Oh, almost had it.
It rolled.
Okay, a 15-footer remains. Henny, how tricky is this one?
You can be positive with this because it's up the hill and moving left to right.
That looked good all the way. This putt from 4 feet. Too much power on that putt. And the round will end with a tap in on 18. . Tough week for our featured player, heading home after missing the cut.
Now the next question is aisle or window. I'm telling you, it's a terrible feeling missing the cut, but you learn from all the mistakes you made. You move on and hopefully forget about it or fix the problems before you tee it up next time.
Well, that'll do it for us today. For our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Andrew Catalan saying so long, and we'll see you next time.
Wow. I got cut from the event. Excuse me. All right. Getting around.
Good day, folks. It's time to get ready for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, brought to you by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. We've got all the first-round action of the Bluff Championship coming your way. Hello, everyone. I'm Luke Elvey. Thrilled to have you with us here. I've got Rich Beam beside me in the booth, and out on the course, as always, is Henny Koyak and John McCarthy. Well, it's been a thrilling week. Let's get to the coverage now.
And there is a golf shot. Look at this.
Well, that's a lovely approach and sets up a birdie opportunity here at the first. It's just about 3 feet away. Well, that's a nice way to start, writing a little red number down on the scorecard at the first.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
Oh, look at this soar through the air.
This shot from about 190 yards out.
Ugh.
Putting for eagle here. And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
He'll be happy to hold this. 21 foot.
A little bit too much on that putt. 15 feet to the cup.
All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
Watch this one break. 2 great shots, but 3 bad putts. Time to take a look at the leaderboard, and they're currently sharing top spot with Hideki Matsuyama. Rich, the third's a great little shortfall where the premium is on accuracy.
It is. You got out of bounds all down the right-hand side of this hole. That bunker in the distance on the left is in play. So layup short of that. And second shot goes into a very narrow green. Be aware of that out of bounds lurking to the right. Shots missed out to the right probably won't end up out of bounds, but why take the chance?
With this wind, that's a thing of beauty.
This putt coming up is for birdie. Ooh. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich. He finds himself at the top of the leaderboard. The fourth is the first of the par threes at Central Otago, requiring a very well-executed mid-iron shot.
That bunker fronting the green is not in play. It's just there for aesthetics. Get you thinking a little bit. Anything missed out to the right is going to run all the way down into a really steep, hollow, difficult to get it up and down from there. Bailing out to the left is the proper miss.
This is an unfortunate situation here, trying to get that ball back onto the surface. This one's for bogey.
John, what's going on? Talk to us, Goose.
Well, I'm down here on the second hole, and Justin Thomas just getting ready to hit.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
Wow, I like when you get an even
The
and
fifth
drop.
hole is a strong par 4 at Central Otago, Rich.
It's a long par 4 at that. You got rock outcroppings both left and right of the fairway. Try and avoid those at best. And the second shot goes back up the hill to a green. Once again, raised up a little bit. Long from back to front with danger well out to the right-hand side. A par here is a great score.
Well, Rich, when she exploded onto the scene as a precocious young teenager, winning early, dominating the women's game, New Zealand had a bright young star in Lydia Ko, and it's only continued to shine right throughout her career. She's a lot to marvel at, isn't she?
She is, and it never ceases to amaze me, Luke, how players at such a young age have so much success, and then they taper off a little bit. Not fall away, but they taper off, and the game doesn't quite go the way it's always gone their entire life. They struggle. But then when they do come back, it's like they're even better than what they were before. And I think that's what you see in Lydia. You know, she came out and a wunderkind, was winning everything at a young age. Amateur, then professional.
Yeah, she exploded onto the scene.
She exploded, and then there was just a little bit of a drop-off, you know, and a little bit of confidence got shaken, which, like, how did that happen? She's the most confident person out there. She's beating everybody. And then all of a sudden, she fails and, you know, kind of changes things up a little bit, you know, knocks the dirt off and gets right back on that horse and starts winning again. I'm always fascinated by that, because when you lose your confidence as a golfer, it's so hard to get it back, because sometimes what happened to you is the death of you. You're just like, I can't shake, you know, whatever got into my brain or into my swing. I can't quite shake that, and I can't forget about it. And she's done so seamlessly. Hats off to her. I love watching her game. I love watching her play. But I'm more fascinated by the fact that she's come back stronger, I believe, than she was when she first came out.
This is one of those great ball striking displays. Fairways and greens. A pleasure to watch.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
The 8th hole is a strong par 3 here at Central Otago.
Yeah, long par 3. There is a really good place, though, to aim your tee shot, and that's out on the right-hand side. There's a nice little berm out there that can help kick it back onto the green or close to it. Anything missing out to the left-hand side, you're going to leave yourself below the green with almost a blind second shot in there trying to save par.
Ooh, that almost went down.
Just a short putt remaining here.
Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The closing hole of the front 9, Rich, is a really strong par 5.
It is straight away. Just some trees down the right-hand side that must be avoided. From there, second shot goes into a green that is severely elevated. It's got runoffs going every single direction. If you have just a twinge of nerves in your chipping, you're really not going to like it around this green.
Oh, that just brushed past the hole. And this putt to move into a tie for second.
Trailing by a stroke after that hole.
As we start the second 9 here at Central Otago, it's a par 4, the 10th hole.
Fairly generous driving area. The trees out there just there for aesthetics only. And the second shot has got some really cool features around it with the rocks front and left and even behind it. Luke, I absolutely love this hole.
This is a fairly lengthy putt here. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This putt back up the hill, moving to the right.
This for a share of the lead.
Oh,
Just couldn't quite get it to drop.
In she goes. Let's head to the next. And unfortunately dropping back to even par there.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
That looks to be a fairway finder to me.
Time for the second shot at the 11th. It looks like he's thinking about going for the green here.
Yeah, good aggressive play and almost rewarded by finding the green.
What a sensational play on this par 5 there, Luke.
Nice recovery effort there. That should help save his par. This here for a share of second on the leaderboard. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. Just one off the lead after that hole. Well, the 12th hole at Central Otago is a short par 4. Is it gettable?
It most definitely is. This is a tasty morsel of a little hole right here. If you can't reach it on your tee shot, anything out to the right-hand side is going to set up a very basic wedge shot. The green runs from left to right, right into the heart of it. This is a definite birdie opportunity.
A putt for the lead. Who wouldn't want that? Ah, it's disappointing. So close to a birdie. Okay, let's head to the next. He finds himself with a share of the lead.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
The 13th at Central Otago requires a very accurate tee shot.
Tee shot, you want to aim it at those rock outcroppings and go ahead and hit yourself a nice little firm draw out there. Find the heart of the fairway. Second shot, also you want to favor the right-hand side. Near those rocks is anything missing down to the left-hand side. Should be, might be, probably will be a certain bogey.
A par putt awaits. And well holed. Let's move on. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The 14th hole is a par 3, Rich, but the tee shot really requires some sense and sensibility.
This is a cool feature because the green runs from right to left, helping a draw, but almost repelling a fade, it seems like. You really got to be smart on your club selection here, and as always, you've got to be mindful of the wind.
He's currently in a share of top spot.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
That was absolutely murdered. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
We're looking at a 220-yarder.
Oh my, right by the hole. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup.
Ooh. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. Leading by a shot after that hole. 16 at Central Otago is the final par 3 on the course, Rich.
Yes, again, we have the rock outcroppings on the left-hand side, the bunker on the right. But as you can see, there's a massive false front, short and right, you want no part of. You're going to have to favor the left side, but don't catch the rocks.
Steady on. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in. As we near the conclusion of our round, Rich, 17 requires a shot we haven't seen yet on the course.
We haven't. I love this fairway. It cambers both right and left into the center of the fairway, but the second shot right here sits well below the fairway, hidden by these rock outcroppings. So a blind second shot to a tiny green. This is just a wonderful, wonderful par 4.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Five feet coming up to the cup.
An all-important putt for par.
And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. The closing hole at Central Otago. It's a bit of a shame that we've arrived here, Rich. I've thoroughly enjoyed this round, but take us through it.
Yeah, the largest fairway on the golf course here. So tee it high and let it fly. Second shot plays back uphill ever so slightly. 2 bunkers protecting the front right portion of this green, but you do have a little bit of help from the left-hand side.
This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
Oh, for God's sake.
Just hammered that through the line. His round has come to a close with a bogey.
Ooh.
And
won
match
the
I could
first
see you on
round.
the edge of your seat
I won
all
the
day.
first
It really
round.
was one of those cliffhanger performances. This player has a slender lead.
Absolutely, Luke. You always want to have the biggest lead possible. I got to say, one stroke is better than none.
Excuse me.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports. UK Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Time now for the second round of the Bluff Championship. Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam as always, and delightful to have you with us. As this player starts their round in the lead, what should be their focus for today?
He looks confident. He looks good out there, but there's a lot of danger at this golf course. One small hiccup out there could be disastrous.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. Well, what a start. This is impressive.
Fantastic start right out of the gates.
He's currently sitting in first place. Here's a look at the par 5 second.
Nice birdie in the last hole for a change. First one of the day. They needed it desperately. Now, next hole, looking for more.
Yeah, this lie's pretty deep here.
Yes, difficult lie. Made a par here yesterday. A little bit more difficult today.
Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
A long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it? Just 3 feet to the cup.
He's got this one for birdie.
No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Now on the tee after a birdie. Fired up and ready for more.
It is. You got out of bounds all down the right-hand side of this hole. That bunker in the distance on the left is in play. So layup short of that. And second shot goes into a very narrow green. Be aware of that out of bounds lurking to the right. Shots missed out to the right probably won't end up out of bounds, but why take the chance?
That's disappointing. Par putt coming up here. Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert? And now onto the par 3 4th hole.
The bunker short of the green is not there. It's just there to confuse you a little bit. There is a steep runoff off to the right-hand side that you want no part of. Anything bailing out just a little bit to the left is a great call.
John, give us a small update.
I am down on the second, guys. This is JT's next shot.
12 feet to the cup coming up. And he's down there. You got a read?
This is just going right the whole way along.
This is a par putt. And this one will be for bogey. And with that hole completed, our featured player is on top of the leaderboard, just ahead of Lydia Ko of New Zealand. 2 great shots are required here because this hole is a long par 4.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
And this shot here coming up from around 130 yards. Currently leading by 2. Oh, that's a great approach shot.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
And that putt will drop, and he'll extend his lead.
Putting early on has been less than stellar, but that one, that's more like it.
He'll like the look at where he's standing on this leaderboard. This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. Let's head over to the 14th hole.
drawing it in there beautifully.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Well, this would be a familiar spot. Rich, it looks like the same one as yesterday.
Same spot as yesterday, looking for the same result today.
3 feet to go here to the hole.
This for a birdie run.
Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Currently 3 strokes up after that hole. We've now arrived at the par 4 7th.
Ooh.
And over to Justin Thomas from a little earlier.
Third shot now.
Okay, let's get back to the action. From about 100 yards. Yeah, that was a safe play. 19 feet to the cup. All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
This one's breaking left to right.
Oh, I don't mind this par putt. And just checking back in with the standings, and he continues to lead this tournament. We've arrived now at the par 3/8.
Yeah, long par 3. There is a really good place, though, to aim your tee shot, and that's out on the right-hand side. There's a nice little berm out there that can help kick it back onto the green or close to it. Anything missing out to the left-hand side, you're going to leave yourself below the green with almost a blind second shot in there trying to save par.
This is his second shot. Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this. Oh, that rushed past the hole with some serious speed. And that was a bogey by our leader. So the rest of the field feeling a little opportunity here to close the gap. On the tee of the par 5 9th.
Plenty of room down the left-hand side to find the fairway with your tee shot, and from there it should be go zone. But when you look at this green, it's got runoffs in all directions around it. If you've got any little demons running around in your head telling you that you can't chip it very good, you're not going to like this green.
Oh, looks to have chosen a pretty good line. Started that well right. Oh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And as we make the turn, Rich, he's playing very nicely out in front.
Yeah, no time to start thinking about that lead, Luke. They got to keep their head down and keep going forward. Cannot think about that lead or people will pass them.
Oh, settle down. Stay there.
Time for the second shot at the 10th. Not bad. A good chance to take it even deeper here. This putt's for 4 under. Don't want to state the obvious, Rich, but a little too hard, that one. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. He's currently in first place. We have a par 5 here. Time to take advantage.
Absolutely tattooed that one.
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
And look at that. Focus solely on the green. This is a bold play. And there's highlights aplenty out there on the golf course. Let's take a look at this incredible shot. Let's get back to it, shall we? Seven feet to the cup.
A great birdie chance here.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And that will take him now to 4 under the card. Now teeing off on the 12th hole.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Oh, what a shot. Mark it down as an eagle.
Sensational from the heart of the fairway.
Well, Luke, I think he's found his distance.
So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. Let's head to this lengthy par 4.
Need a strong tee shot right here. That outcropping is a gorgeous line. From there, you want to hug the right-hand side as best you can, even bringing those rocks into play as missing it down to the left-hand side. Bogey will be a number that you'll more than likely put on your card.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
He's got around 100 yards here.
Oh, look at this. Right down the throat. Good chance, this one. Right on 6 feet. Oh, he's on fire today. Building upon his lead, hole after hole. Leading by a whopping 7 shots after that one. On the tee here of the par 3 14th.
This is a cool feature because a green runs from right to left, helping a draw, but almost repelling a fade, it seems like. You really got to be smart on your club selection here. And as always, you've got to be mindful of the wind.
And back to the play, shall we? Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
Looking for another birdie here.
Still in the lead now after that hole. Here we are at the par 5 15th.
I just can't get enough of how they've used these rock outcroppings on this golf course. They're so well placed. The beauty of them, to me, they got it right, especially here on this par 5. The only danger here once you get close to the green is going to be this deep cavernous bunker out there on the right-hand side. But this green is user-friendly. Birdies abound.
A bit long on that one. Always nice to have a birdie putt. And that's 8 birdies today. And after that hole, he'll move to 9 under for the event. Welcome to the 16th hole, the par 3.
Just the one lone bunker on the right-hand side, but you have to be mindful of this false front, short and right. So tee shots are going to favor the left-hand side where we have more rock outcroppings. Another delightful design.
Time to face a par 4 now. Well, this should find the short grass. That's disappointing.
Shocking. A missed green in regulation.
Didn't that look good for a long time? He has this putt to save his par. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. And now striding to the final tee of this round.
It is the largest fairway on this golf course. Tee it high, let it fly. More rock features on the left-hand side. Just the bunkers on the right are protecting that front portion there. Second shots should be favoring on the left-hand side as you'll get a nice kick to the right back onto the green.
Well, was that a rush of blood? This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. And his round will conclude with a par today.
Damn. That was a good run. The problem is,
oh, what a performance!
The problem was
Rich.
with the first,
absolutely dominating performance.
The first tournament I was bad because
so far,
I'm still getting back into the things of it. It's been
that's all
easily
we've got
about
time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak, and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.
It's been about over a year since I played PGA Tour 2K. Any of the 2K games, because the last one they came out with was 23. So, I mean, like I said, the last one was 2K23, and I haven't played it in a long while. So, I don't know why they skipped a year of it, which made no sense to me.
Get set for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. We're just about to begin the third round action of the Bluff Championship. I'm Luke Elvey with Rich Beam. It's great to have you with us. Rich, our featured player, has been on song right from the get-go in this one, out in front with the weekend to play.
Well, this is where everything starts to get a little bit real for these players now, isn't it? 36-hole lead. You're sitting on that lead with just 36 to go, and you're the hunted. This is going to be fun.
Sitting at 10 under par for the event. The second is a par 5. That's a good-looking shot there. His second shot here. Oh, that was tidy. That should ensure the up and down.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
That will drop, and it will extend the lead.
That is definitely a confidence builder.
Stepping up now onto the tee of the par 4 third.
It is. You got out of bounds all down the right-hand side of this hole. That bunker in the distance on the left is in play. So layup short of that. And second shot goes into a very narrow green. Be aware of that out of bounds lurking to the right. Shots missed out to the right. Probably won't end up out of bounds, but why take the chance?
He sits in first position. Let's go to the fourth. It's a par 3.
That bunker fronting the green is not in play. It's just there for aesthetics. Get you thinking a little bit. Anything missed out to the right is going to run all the way down into a really steep, hollow, difficult to get it up and down from there. Bailing out to the left is the proper miss.
Leading by a potentially insurmountable 11 strokes after that one. Not sure why I said potentially.
Attaboy, good shot. From around 170 yards here. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
He's found the surface. Good chance here.
What a disappointment. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost. And he's holding steady in first place after that one. Time to face a par 4.
A solo bunker planted out on the right-hand side, only reachable when the hole is playing downwind. Second shot protected on the left-hand side by some rock outcroppings. This is a really good, fun hole.
And this has been a hole he's unable to take advantage of so far for this event. A little bit overzealous there. There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
Who doesn't love a par putt?
Sitting at 12 under par for the event. Deep into the front 9. Here we are at the 7th hole. That's nicely done. Around 110 yards to go. Always frustrated by missing a green.
Oh, as we can see there, the wind definitely affecting that shot.
Well, you like the look of those hands. And that should secure the par on this one. Currently in first position. The 8th hole is a par 3.
Yeah, long par 3. There is a really good place, though, to aim your tee shot, and that's out on the right-hand side. There's a nice little berm out there that can help kick it back to onto the green or close to it. Anything missing out to the left-hand side, you're going to leave yourself below the green with almost a blind second shot in there trying to save par.
Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. And that'll ensure he remains in first place. The 9th is a par 5.
Plenty of room down the left-hand side to find the fairway with your tee shot, and from there it should be go zone. But when you look at this green, it's got runoffs in all directions around it. If you've got any little demons running around in your head telling you that you can't chip it very good, you're not going to like this green.
A bit too much pace on that one.
A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. That's got too much heat. The only good thing about 3 putting for par is you don't drop a shot. currently 12 under for the event. It's time to begin this par 4 hole.
Wide open right here. A couple of cool trees there on the right-hand side for aesthetics only. They do not come into play. And the second shot here to one of the really interesting and neat greens surrounded by some rock outcroppings short of it and long and right as well. This is a gorgeous hole.
And he holds another one, and he's building quite a sizable lead here. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. Teeing off here at the 11th.
Going and going and going.
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
Ooh, staying aggressive. Going for the green. This putt here to get to 14 under the card. What a putt that was.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
And now that finds him in first place. The 12th hole is a par 4.
How is he going to play this? Lay back or go for it and extend his lead?
Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Ooh, that one almost went in, but that slips past the hole with speed. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on to the next. Currently 14 under for the event. Welcome to the par 4 13th hole.
Tee shot, you want to aim it at those rock outcroppings and go ahead and hit yourself a nice little firm draw out there. Find the heart of the fairway. Second shot, also you want to favor the right-hand side. Near those rocks, is anything missing down to the left-hand side? Should be, might be, probably will be a certain bogey.
John, what's the line on this putt?
This is pretty straight. Might move a little bit to the left.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. All right, getting into our final stretch. Time to tee off here at the 14th.
This is a cool feature because the green runs from right to left, helping a draw, but almost repelling a fade, it seems like. You really got to be smart on your club selection here, and as always, you've got to be mindful of the wind.
Currently 15 under par for the event. Hole number 15 is a par 5.
I just can't get enough of how they've used these rock outcroppings on this golf course. They're so well placed, the beauty of them. To me, they got it right, especially here on this par 5. The only danger here once you get close to the green is going to be this deep cavernous bunker out there on the right-hand side. But this green is user-friendly. Birdies abound.
Putting for birdie. Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. Okay, he's holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. The 16th is a par 3.
Just the one lone bunker on the right-hand side, but you have to be mindful of this false front short and right. So tee shots are going to favor the left-hand side where we have more rock outcroppings. Another delightful design.
It's just about 3 feet away. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par. Well, here we go, Rich. We're at the penultimate hole, the 17th.
Oh.
Absolutely flushed. Taking on this approach now from a pretty similar spot.
And let's not think about what happened here yesterday with this next shot. It wasn't very good.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Ooh. Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey. And as we stand on the last tee, it's a par 4.
Yeah, the largest fairway on the golf course here. So tee it high and let it fly. Second shot plays back uphill ever so slightly. 2 bunkers protecting the front right portion of this green, but you do have a little bit of help from the left-hand side.
And another round safely in the books.
Okay.
So another impressive display on top of the leaderboard, though, Rich. Is plenty to play for.
Nothing better than seeing your name on top of that leaderboard with just 1 round to go.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now.
I think we're going to stop here.